Hello once more. Alright, so this is question 2C of the 2013 A2 paper for computer programming. Here's what the question says. Write the complete C code, including necessary include statements and main function, that generates two random integer numbers, x and y, with values between, and in brackets it says excluding -100 and 100. Alright. The absolute value of the floating point division of x divided by y must then be calculated. Two new random numbers x and y must be generated until the answer is calculated above is larger than 10.0. Alright. Make use of a do-while loop. The first two random numbers must be different every time the code executes. Okay. Before we do anything else, let's just look at what we need, right? The components of this program. So we need random numbers. Okay. We're going to be printing out to the screen these two random numbers. Are we? Well, there's nothing about printing out, so there's no need for us to have any printf statements. But I'm just going to include them so that I run the program and it becomes clearer what the output should be and make you understand a little bit more in depth what the program should do and the purpose of these functions and all that. Okay, so what we need from this, we need the input-output header file. Because we're generating random numbers, then we need the standard library header file, which contains the function prototype for the rand function. What else do we need? Well, they also tell us that the absolute value, right, of the floating point division of x divided by y. Now, absolute value should tell us something about the math function. Alright, so we have the math function in there as well. And so we need to include the math header file. And what else? They tell us that these two random numbers must be different every single time. So that means that we need to seed rand with time. And for us to use time, we need the time header file. So let's start there. #include standard input output header file. Standard library and #include and lastly math.h. Okay, those are our header files, right? So now we can start our main. Okay, I always forget my return 0. That's why I immediately start with it, so that I don't forget to put it there. If I had written void main there, then I wouldn't need to have a return statement inside, and that could also work for this particular program. Okay, so that is what we have here. Now let's look at what we should do. So we should generate two random numbers, x and y. Okay, so definitely for generating random numbers, and we saw at the end that these two numbers must be different every single time. So let's start by seeding srand with time, so that every single time it changes. Alright, do not mind the bug there. Symbol now could not be resolved. Once I save and compile, it's going to resolve it. automatically in the background. So for now, don't worry about that. Okay. Then we need two integers, int x and y. What else do we need? I'm going to just declare a variable to hold the floating point values of the division there, right? So that would be float float d. Okay, I'll call it d. Alright, so we need to use a do while loop and generate random numbers between -100 and 100, excluding -100 and 100. So in other words, our random numbers should run from 99 -99 to 99 inclusive. Okay, how do we do that? How do we do that? My apologies, I flew. So rand modulus something. So let's start off by just a simple example. Rand modulus 10 would give us numbers between 0 and 9, right? Because any number you divide by 10 should give you a remainder between 0 and 9. So if you want numbers between 0 and 100, then we would say excluding the 100. So it would be rand modulus 100. Then we'll get numbers between 0 and 99. Then to get -99, then we'd have to subtract that 99 again, right? But then now our range is going to be so let me type this out so that it becomes easier to visualize. Rand modulus 99, rand modulus 100 would give us numbers between 0 and 99, right? So if you wanted to have numbers between -99, starting from -99, then we'd have to subtract that. But now this range is only valid for one of the limits, which is the lower limit. So now that means that if we get 0, when modulus 100 gives us 0, then -99 is going to give us really -99, right? But now if we get 99, then we're going to get at the upper value, the highest value we can get is 0. So now we have our range being from -99 to 0. We don't want that. How do we fix that? So what we can do is then say rand modulus 200. Let's just see what that would give us, right? Rand modulus 200 would give us numbers between 0 and 199. Okay, but we want numbers starting from -99 to 99. So how do we go about that? Let's think about it for a little while. Let me get my calculator here. Okay, I'm a bit rough on my arithmetic. This you can do with your mind. Okay, so we want numbers between -99 and 99, right? So rand modulus 200 would give us numbers between 0 and 199. If we have 0, then we subtract 99, then we have -99. The lower value is satisfied. How about the upper value? Then you're going to have 199 minus 99, which is 100. There's something wrong. We're now overstepping our boundaries. We want it between -99 and 99. So what can we do here? We can reduce this 200, right, and make it 199. So that this gives us numbers between 0 and 198. So now, if we have 0 from the rand modulus 199 and you subtract -99, then you get 0. You get -99, my apologies. And then if you have the highest number, which is 198, and you subtract 99, you get 99. So that is satisfied. All right. Um, I cannot think of a better way of explaining this, but just go through it and analyze it, and hopefully you'll see these small tricks. Some of these things are just based on logic, so don't think too much about them. It's just easy, quick analysis and playing around with your numbers. Okay. So why we also need the same range. All right, and then let's see what the question is asking of us once more. So we've declared our variables x and y, and now it says the absolute value of the floating point division of x over y must then be calculated. All right, so we need to calculate that and keep on calculating up until we have the division being greater than 10.0, right? So we need to use a do while like they suggest there. So do and while something, right? So let's look at that. So it says the absolute value of, and they emphasize in parentheses, floating point division. So what we need to do is then divide and find the absolute value. Okay, so d, and this is the floating point division, so you have to use the function f_abs, that is for, we have the function abs which calculates the absolute value of any integer, and then f_abs calculates the absolute value of any floating point number, right? So f_abs, what are we dividing? X and y, but x and y are integers, so we need to first typecast x into x or y to a floating point variable. So we can then typecast it by, and typecasting simply means that I'm forcing it to act like a float, because in C, if you declare two variables as integers, so if x is 10 and y is 20, then x over y would be 0.5, right? However, because they are integers, it's going to throw away the numbers which come after the decimal comma, and you're going to get your answer as 0, which is wrong. So you need to typecast them and force one of them to act as a floating point number so that it doesn't throw away the numbers after the decimal point. So float x over y, okay, and we've stored that in D. Alright, so we need to keep on doing that up and until D is greater than 10.0. So as long as D is less than 10.0, we need to keep on repeating that process, right? So let me just put printf statement so that you can see what is going on inside there. My apologies, this x and y should be inside the do while loop, and the reason for that is because we want new numbers generated every single time. Okay, all right, let me do this then. Printf x is %d, that will be x, and oops, I made a mistake here. Printf right, y is, and that is y. And then let's print out the value of the division. D is 0.2f because it is a floating point number, and we'll print that out. Let's make two new lines there. Alright, and that is our program. I believe we're done. So these printf statements, these three, would not be there in your answer for the exam question. They were not required. But however, for demonstration purposes, I'm just going to put them so that you see how the program will behave. Okay. Now let's build that and then run it. Okay, seems like there are errors, as you can see. Okay, no, there are no errors. Let me just close the project and restart it again. All right. Okay, there, it has run. So for the first time, x is -6, y is 33, x over y is 0.18. It doesn't, and you see that it took the absolute value. When you divide these two negative numbers, it's supposed to get a negative, but it took the absolute value. I didn't explain what the absolute value, what they mean by that. They just mean the magnitude, right? So if you have x is equal to -10, then absolute value of x is just 10. It's the magnitude, the positive magnitude of anything. And it keeps on dividing, and you can see that d for all these cases is less than 10. So it will keep on running and generating your random numbers, all of them between -99 and 99. Alright, until finally in the last run it produces x is 44 and y is 2, then x becomes 22, which after that it then stops because we've satisfied the condition. Okay, that is the end of this program. I hope this was a good explanation and you gained something from it. Enjoy the rest of your day and all the best with your studying.